Yes, yes. Oh, yes. It's that Friday feeling. Yes, it's back again. Can you believe it? Oh, after a week's missing last week and then a bit of a video where we went to an air show. If you saw that, if you follow my journey, it's back in the hangar. I would prefer to be in the sky today, but it's very windy out there. And believe it or not, there's no one at the field. I could have gone to the other field, but it's too windy, and yeah. So it's back in the hangar. I don't mind being in the hangar. I do love it. I know you like to see me fly planes, but that's all coming. Don't you worry. You keep following my journey. Don't forget, it's free to subscribe. Just press that button. And if you want to see me crash or fly or whatever you want me to do, then put the notification bell and your bell. And then you'll see everything. So anyway, so we are going to be playing around with the FrSky radio and the IRX4 Lite. I keep forgetting the name of it. And we're going to play and see if we can program that and firmware upgrade and all that sort of thing and work a Spektrum receiver. Will it work? Who knows? But let's give it a go. Friday. Alrighty, so we have gone to the web page, the GitHub page, where you can download all the drivers and everything else that you need. Take a good look. This is in the description, so click on it if you want to do this yourself, and it will take you to this page. Once you're up this page, there is so much documentation. I suggest you read it. We're not going to go through every bit of line of text, because I'm probably put you to sleep. But I've already looked at this the other day, and I know that I want to do it by the USB. I don't want to put it while it's in the radio. I just want to do it like this, which is just, it's alone. We're doing it off the radio, and then we put it back to the radio. We'll probably download the Lua scripts to put on the radio, but we'll do that afterwards. So the first thing we need to do is as I say, is loads of documentation. So do have a read, and then you'll be happy. Download the proper multi-mode firmware. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Okay. So select modules. It does cover lots of different modules. So you may have different modules. There's even Radio Master there and everything else. So jumper radios. It's all there. It's all the same. All the same. Somewhere around here, and I just did see it. There it is. There it is. That's what we got. We got the iRange X, and we have the Lite version. I didn't see the Plus or the X4. As I say, I did get this from eBay from somewhere. I prefer to do stable. It comes up with then naturally radio type, serial, firmware type. We go with EU LBT, as I'm in the EU. It does say what different modes and bits and pieces. So air includes core protocols plus protocols in the airborne aircraft surface, and then here which includes surface protocols which are adhere to European Union listen before talk directive, should be used in countries where this is required. Air surface and FCC firmware files include both FCC and EU LBT protocols. Okay. That's just confused me a bit, but hopefully it might not confuse you. But I am still, even though the UK is not under the EU, I'm still in Europe and abide by certain rules. Channel order, it's up to you. So, but we'll go with that. Ailerons, throttle, rudder. I think that's what I normally do. Channel 3 is my throttle, so I'll go with that one. You might want different. And then what we're going to do. So Lua scripts, if we look at Lua scripts for OpenSeek and Edge radios, we're going to try and see if it does it on the FrSky radio, my X20S, because that does have Lua scripts. So I don't know why it doesn't do that, but we'll give that a go anyway. But before I do the Lua scripts, we'll try the radio and without it first, because obviously, it doesn't say much about it, does it? It might have a readme. But we're going to download that. We want that. What's the TXA? This is for the FrSky TX and ER9 radios. If you have one of those and you're using this, you need to download this as well, as I say. And we're going to download that as well. And then we're going to copy them to the desktop, drag them onto the desktop. If they're zipped, unzip them, make the folder, and then we're ready to upgrade our module. Simple, huh? Okay, so if we look on the screen, now we've downloaded, let's put stuff in here. We downloaded and unzipped. We're going to open the folder, and in here you've got the exe, which we'll do. We'll open up, and hopefully that'll let. There you go. So we'll close that down, and there is our flash multi. So now we need to plug in the USB into the IRX4 and we should get a little red light, blip, 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 blip. Now I did plug this in earlier, and then I thought, oh, let's make a video, and the Windows does the normal thing, finds the driver and everything else. But look on the screen, I use this which is Impulse RC driver fixer. I'll leave a link in that below as well, and I find that really clever to fix drivers and bits and pieces. But let's have a look anyway. So serial port, and it should come up. Let's just refresh that. Now we plugged it in. There you go, DFU device, which is correct. And for now we're going to read the module. So let's read the module. Oh dear. Okay. It's not a good start, is it? That's okay. Okay, no, let's not panic. Let's not panic. Let's open it up a bit. Not that's going to do much, but let's open it up anyway. And what we do, it did say if you go to advanced, I think is it in actions, install USB drivers. Is that the one it was saying to do? I'll tell you what it didn't say is the baud rate. Now it's click that. That should be fine. I'll have to look at it and say what's that? Install, yes, okay. Was it? Oh, I better unplug it did say unplug before you do that. Unplug that. So in fact, let's just cancel that, because I want to. So let's try that again, because I think I missed something. Then install USB drivers. If you're upgrading or replacing existing drivers, ensure the multi-mode is plugged in before proceeding. Oh, right. So plug it in. So you've got to make sure you plug it in, which it is, as you heard it. So let's just cancel that for a second. Let's just make sure that we can still see this, which we can. Just for giggles, let's just read the module. Okay, right. So here we go. Settings. I should really try this first before I speak to everybody. Install USB driver, yes, and it is connected, yes. Okay, boom, yes. Now this is being done on Windows. It does support Mac and also another format that I can't remember, but it's all on that website we was just at Linux. That's the one. So you have to excuse me. I do have false teeth at the front. I know, shock horror. You thought they was all mine, but they're not, and I broke them. It might be by the end of this show I'll get them back, but they're in the menders. So if I start spitting at the screen and think, bear with. Anyway, so let's, installation can take some time. Alrighty then. Okay, that was quick. Ish. Okay, it's popped up with this, so presumably it's okay. Yes, probably people hacking my computer now, I don't know. It's also doing a bootloader driver. It's installing driver now, so it did download it and now it's installing. I have no reason to believe that this is some sort of dodgy software, but I prefer, you can update this. People have done it in the radio, so when it's in situ. Any third-party device, I prefer to update it or program it by itself, not including the radio, just in case, it affects the radio. Not saying it would or should or what shouldn't. Just be safe. As I say, be advised, obviously, this is the first time I've done this, so it's going to take up to 5 minutes. I was going to say, I've done this, so it's up to you if you want to do that. Well, that was a quick 5 minutes, so it's going to pop up somewhere else. La 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 la. Well, it says it's done. Everything's done. Does that move around a bit? It does. Okay, so all right, let's read the module then. Boom, there you go. So important to do that straight away. It says here telemetry type OMTX, Sky TX, multi-telemetry, don't know. But it's 1.3.3.20. So the best thing to do as we download from the site, which is this little file here, which is 1.3.4.0, so it's gone up one. As I say, they're constantly updating this with new models and new receivers and stuff, so it's worthwhile to do this straight up, especially as that was a bit, well, it might be an okay in the radio, it just wasn't reading in here. So what we'll do is that we'll browse on our desktop, like so, and then we're going to write, so just remember that it was 1 point, sorry, let's go back here, just because it's 1.3.3, okay, so then we'll write to module, so it should come up when we read it next time, 1.3.4, write to module. This selected firmware was compiled without USB serial support. The multi-mode bootloader should be updated before continuous firmware. I think we did that, didn't we? But should we just check that? Okay, so obviously it's been, I think it did do flash, but we'll do that anyway. So flash bootloader, upgrading the bootloader will erase multi-mode firmware, the new firmware, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. The red light indicates progress, la, la, la. Once the LED has been off for 5 seconds, unplug the module and plug it back in. Okay, so let's just press OK. So that is flashing away. It says do not unplug the multi-mode until the red light goes out and remains off for 5 seconds. Okay. That's off, isn't it? It's got the green line on, so that must have done something. You will need to write new firmware. So, okay. Well, it must be about 5 seconds. I mean, I've rubbed it on, so here goes nothing. And then plug it back in again. Flashy, 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 flashy. Okay, so then we'll refresh that anyway, and it should come up DFU device. Yes, it does. And it says you will need to write new firmware. So let's write. So we've got our firmware still there. So write to module. Okay, we've done that. Okay, so there we go. Writing multi-mode. Multi-mode has been written successfully. We like those kind of window pop-ups. Yes, we do. So I'll tell you what, just for shits and giggles. I swore. Okay, just for giggles. I'm going to unplug it. Yes, I am. I'm going to close this down. Yes, I am. I'm going to go back to the folder and I'm going to open that up again. So it's a kind of a fresh opening. Here we go. We're going to plug this back in again. It's flashing red. We'll quickly refresh that and we should have that DFU device, which is fantastic. Open this up a bit more. Read the module. There you go. 1.3.4.0. Excellent. Excellent. It just says USB serial support false. Serial debug mode false. Yeah. Not sure what that means. But let's get to the next step. Alrighty, so we've got our X20S and I'm going to plug the IRX4 Lite in it. So this fits in this bay. Now obviously there's other radios. Just want to hear this click. That clicked. That's good. Let's flip that round. I've got a bit of me boat just to hang up so you don't get splattered by the. I swear I just used that. Was it just that I was used? There you go. There you go. Excellent. There you see I've got the Emax servos in the world. They're great, and one of the reasons I do love them is that they come with a spare screw, just in case they fall out. Yeah, the little screw that goes into the end of the horn. So anyway, let's get this puppy started. So let's turn on.
Welcome to Ethos.
Welcome to Ethos. You say, Chris, that's a hobby horn. Why have you got a B51 in it? Well, just so I couldn't be bothered to take a picture. So, basically. So we go new model. So we'll do plus as a new model. Let's just use the thing is create new model. We're going to an airplane. Yeah, we want an airplane. Receiver. Are you using a self-stab receiver? No, we're not. Yeah, it's got one engine. No flaps. We'll just put two ailerons or maybe. Just that. Just keep it as simple as that. Make it real simple. Traditional tail. One elevator, one rudder. AE. There you go. Ailerons, elevator, throttle, rudders. That's exactly the same what we downloaded anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, lovely. Okay, oh no, we don't want to do that. We go away. There we go. We'll call it name. We'll call it, we'll just call it test, shall we? There we go. Enter. Bullsh, we don't need a picture. And there's our test. Now, if we go into, where are we? No, but the other one, RF system. Now, it's an external module we want to go in. Now, you need to turn it off, turn it on, because that is what turns the power on the radio. You can see it's got a green, well, a green flashing and yellow light. So that turns the power on. Don't you just hate it that you're using the phone to record because I can get it up close and personal to the radio, and then someone calls you. Anyway, right, so we want to change this Twin Light Pro system probably to multi-module, which it is. We want to keep Spektrum. Now it's come up as DSM21F. Now you can do quite a few of these, but we'll try this anyway. And what we'll do, let's bring that in. I was going to get stop getting shot. Hang on, just let me move it a bit. Hang on. All right. That's there you go. All I'm going to do is just press bind on there. So we've got our Spektrum AR631, and I've got some servos just linked, like a bit of jewellery. I'm going to stick the power in here without blowing it up, hopefully. Okay. Now I'm going to then start to just press bind on there until she tells me she's binding.
Bind.
There you go. And then I believe you just press and hold this. So that starts flashing. And they should bind.
Bind.
They should not want to bind. No, okay. Let me try DMX1F then. That one there. Let's try bind again.
Bind.
Oh, there you go. Looks like, oh, you see a slowly bit that stopped, and I heard the servos go. So that looks like on the DSM, if I show you on there, the DSM X1F. You know, I'm not sure the whole of the protocols. I'm not that clever. But what I do know is that we could go out and we can go to outputs. And now we should be able to see. So if I do the throttle, which is channel 3. Oh, no, that's not channel 3, is it? Where's channel 3? This one. Which one's throttle? That one. There's one of them. Now that is, oh sorry, yeah, that is, strangely enough, if I look at this, I need to look at this because this is 1, 2, 3, and I'm not sure on Spektrum, but that's 3 there, you see. So what does it say? And this is say it's channel 3 there. So I might have to change stuff on our mixer. Yeah, so that's saying it's an elevator, so I need to move them about so they correspond to the right things, which is okay. We can change that in the set, but it's just weird on that. I don't know if it's a Spektrum thing. Well, there you go. I'm not too sure why, or too sure, should I say, why that the throttle was back to front. So it's almost like we was using a different way rather than ailerons, elevator, throttle, rudder. It was the other way around. So the downloads might be a bit different, but I'm going to work on that. I'm going to play around and see what all that is about. But it's not a be end or end all, because I can quickly change my outputs and it's done. Or inputs, outputs, yeah, outputs, and it's done. It's changed exactly right. But the main thing is that you can operate a Spektrum radio. Now it does loads and loads and loads and loads of different types of transmitters. So obviously, as long as you've got a nano bay, as they call it, a nano bay, so it just sits in the nano bay, you can use one of these. There is so much literature on there about, and they are constantly updating, that I can use a brand new Spektrum receiver, which is fantastic. There's plenty of people out there that are coming back to the hobby and love the FrSky X20S or the X20 Pro, or all the plethora of radios that are just brought out. But they've got old receivers. Sorry, yes, receivers. Transmitters, receivers. Yes, old receivers. And obviously, you know, especially with the FrSky, normally I can only use FrSky receivers, which I love. But obviously I wanted to try out the Spektrum, but I can't get with the with the 7 or whether NX7, it's just too big for me, too fat. So we'll be getting rid of that, not because it's Spektrum, because it just doesn't feel right in my hands, where the FrSky X-Lite just molds with me. It's an extension of my arms, as to say. Love it to bits. So there you go. I'm going to work on this a bit more, and we are going to stick this in an aeroplane of some sorts, and we're going to give it a try and see if it all works at the field and everything else. So look out for that video. It's not going to be immediate, but it will be coming soon. But please look out for that. As I say, if you put the notification bell on, it will bing or ding every time I upload a video. And if it's the one you're looking for, then watch it. If it's not, then, you know, at your own leisure, sir and madam and everybody else. So you'll say to me, well, that's fine, Chris. That's fine. But what was the orange doing in the picture? That was my lunch. Well, there you go. If I can answer any questions, then leave your comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer. If you want me to test a few things before you dive in and get yourself one of these bad boys. But they are, I didn't get this in the UK. I got it from China, I think it was. But I didn't realise, but they're actually sold in the UK now. So it must have been where they was out of stock or something random. But yeah, fantastic. It's just another part of a tool set of your box, as to say, of your RC box, toolbox. Should we call it that? Yeah, RC toolbox. That you can use transmitters, receivers even. Receivers that are from a different make from the radio and still have that quality of the FrSky X20S onwards, Pros, etc. Anyway, if you're getting out and doing RC's wonderful stuff this weekend, be safe, keep safe, but most of all, have fun. Let yourself relax, chill out and enjoy. Because this hobby's fantastic, you know it. And I'll soon be in the skies, don't worry about that. Anyway, have a great time and a great day, great year, great weekend, whatever. Next time I see you, we'll have some fun. Ta-ra now. Bye-bye.